Are you looking to sell a house that needs a lot of work? Listen to this quick tip. I'm working with a grandson in Nassau County who's looking to sell grandma's house. The house needs an enormous amount of work. On the CO, the certificate of occupancy, it's listed as a one-bedroom house. They've made some additions, none of them with permits, made into a three-bedroom house, they say, but the bedrooms aren't legal because there's no permits, and I can't get those bedrooms legalized because the access to the bedrooms, in one case, is not legal. In the other case, the bedroom's too small to make it legal. So even if you got them approved, they wouldn't be approved as bedrooms. So it's still a one-bedroom house, and he's valuing in his mind as a three-bedroom house. He's also not valuing the cost of construction enough. My cost of construction at my price, and I pay wholesale prices, is over $150,000, and his budget was $75,000. I typically work at about 50 to 60% of the cost of retail. So, and he thinks it's half of mine. So he's off by 3/4. So with that in mind, if you have a house to sell that needs a lot of work, be realistic, number one, in its value, and number two, in the renovation cost. And remember, when you're selling a house, you're not selling it based on what it could be, you're selling it based on what it is now. So you can't sit there and say the house needs $60,000 to be worth $500, therefore I'm going to sell it for $540. It doesn't work that way. If someone's going to sit there and put in $60,000, assuming that's a real number, to get the same house, they'd rather buy it already done. We go to restaurants and we pay a lot more for the food than just the cost of ingredients that were prepared for us. It's no different when buying a house. People want to buy houses that are renovated if they're going to pay renovated prices. So keep in mind that your expectations have to be realistic. You have to really take a deep dive and look at your house objectively and then compare it to other houses in the area. And don't just compare a 3-bedroom, 1-bath house to a 3-bedroom, 1-bath house, because one house may be 2,000 square feet and one house may be 800 square feet. One house may be on 3/4 of an acre, one house may be on a 5,000-foot lot. Again, there's much more than goes into it. So if you have a house to sell, feel free to call us. We'll give you an objective opinion on what your house is worth and what we could afford to pay for it. And then you could decide if it's worth working with a cash buyer or if it's worth trying to sell at retail, or if it's worth renovating. And that's a whole nother story. We've done many videos on that. That's almost never the case.